Okay, so first half of this video was recorded like 3 days ago, and it is bright and early in the morning, Sunday, December 20th. It's also my woman's birthday, and this is the first thing that I'm doing this morning. I haven't taken my medicine. I haven't eaten. Well, I guess I did go to the bathroom, but other than that, that's all. This is all I've done. So I've missed about 3 days. But anyways, and I guess as you know, in the first half of the video, we were going through Tuscany and unlocking the viewpoints and the treasures, and we're going to continue that in this last half, of course. Don't know how talkative I'm going to be because my brain is foggy. Just woke up not too long ago, but I wanted to. It had been a few days, and I just wanted to get right back into it. So I bought I was on Ubisoft Connect on my phone, and I bought a game that just recently came out that I hadn't really heard an awful lot about. I'd seen some videos on YouTube that were talking about it, but I never actually watched any. I guess because it was kind of like, in comparison to Watch Dogs Legion and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, it wasn't as much hype there. So it kind of went unnoticed by me, but I kept seeing it, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to check it out. And I watched Game Ranks there before you buy video of it, and I was like, okay, that actually doesn't look too bad. And decided to buy it. Haven't tried it out yet, but the game is Immortals or Immortal Phoenix Rising or something like that. I probably got the title wrong, but that looks pretty good. It's very Breath of the Wild-esque, which, believe it or not, I haven't actually played that game. Because I was never the biggest Zelda guy growing up. My family seemed to focus more on Mario, of course, Banjo-Kazooie. Okay, so my first systems were Oh, I see ya. I see you. I see you, and I'm gonna get you. I gotta get you. Hell yeah. Looks like that treasure is up top. But my first system, which is my baby, it will always be my favorite system for, nostalgic reasons, which was the Nintendo 64. So I primarily focused on Mario because that's just what my parents, that's what they played. I played that. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Donkey Kong 64, GoldenEye 007. Damn it. Shut up, dude. If you knock me all the way down, we're gonna have problems. And that seemed... Alright, fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and... Fine. Now, was it really that worth it? To just let me... Oh my gosh. Please. Can you all leave me alone, dude? Just leave me alone. I've wasted so many throwing knives on you all. Was it really that worth it? Anyways, yeah, GoldenEye 007, Turok the Dinosaur Hunter, only the first one. I never played through any of the other ones. Well, except for Evolution, which was released on the next the gen after that, which I played on the PS2. I'm trying to think of what other... Diddy Kong Racing, I played that. Killer Instinct Gold, which I wouldn't say that I really played that because it was hard. It was fairly difficult for a child. There was a game called Fighting Force that I played. I rented from Blockbuster. Yes, I was a Blockbuster child. Loved Blockbuster. Conker's Bad Fur Day. I didn't really get a chance to dive into that because I could only play it, you know, I could only play it at very select times, considering it was very mature. Man, what else? I have a whole stack of Nintendo 64 games, but yeah, those were pretty much the main ones that I played through. I played those Rampage games, like Rampage World Tour, Rampage Universal Tour, specifically the N64 ones. Okay, so we got all the treasures and the viewpoints on the inside, so I guess now we're gonna tackle everything on the outside. Anyways, yeah, and if you don't know what the Rampage games are, which they actually recently made a movie with The Rock called Rampage, which is the same thing, which I haven't watched because, come on. And pretty much you play as, you can pick between like a King Kong kind of character or a Godzilla character, or you play as these big monsters, and the goal is to destroy the city, eat the people, and you have to destroy buildings within a certain amount of time before the timer runs out. Anyways, it was 2D, and it was side scroller, I guess you could say. Very arcadey. And I know they released earlier. There were earlier versions of the game on probably just older systems, but I only played the N64 one. And then they released I can't remember. It was another Rampage game, but I can't remember like the actual title. But it was, oh yeah, it was Rampage like Ultimate Destruction or something, or maybe I'm thinking of the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. But it was something Destruction. They released it on the PS2 and probably the Xbox and the GameCube, but I played it on the PS2. I was a PS2 guy. But yeah, I played those on the N64. Now, okay, so I think I'm gonna go up and around. Damn it, Ezio. There was a hay cart of hay. Let's see. I did play the original NES and the SNES when I could get it to work. Because by the time that I actually, whenever I was a kid, they were considered old. They were definitely considered retro. And you could barely get them to work. But when I did, I played like the classics, all the Mario games, and that's probably about it, honestly, as a kid anyways. Now, I definitely dived into all of these games later on. It's definitely, I'm a big retro gamer. I love older games. I love newer games, of course, as well, but let's see. Oh man, I forgot. I can't call a horse. Cannot call a horse. Completely forgot. This isn't Brotherhood. Because in Brotherhood, you have the option to whistle for your horse. But where I need to find, I would like to find a horse because we are gonna be. Anybody? You got a horse? But you got a horse? I need a horse.
Discipline, please, amico.
Lady, I need a horse.
I'm sure you did not mean any offense, amico.
Yes, I did. Don't you think for 1 second that I did not mean to knock you over. Well, I guess it's pointless looking for a horse, so sorry about that, guys, but, you know, oh well. Oh, there, found me a horse. Found me a horse. Found me a horse, of course. Let's see, and I played the N64, but then I also my parents had a yeah, now I can get a horse. They had a PlayStation 1, which I played the hell out of that before the PS2 came out. I'd say the PlayStation 2 was like probably my biggest system, where I had like the biggest library for, spent most of my time playing as a kid, but I played the PS1. So many games I played on that. Mostly kiddish games, though, because I was a kid. But I played, you know, obviously the Crash Bandicoot games. What else? The Mummy. I played The Mummy. And, by the way, I still enjoy that game. And it's just a game version of, you know, the Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser, which is a classic. And they made a game out of it, and it was questionable. It was definitely, and it was difficult. But I love it. I mean, yeah, there's some nostalgic. I'm blinded by nostalgic because it's not really a good game. Had really awkward like tank controls and shit, and it was stiff, and it's just, but still. Let's see, where we need to go over here, I think. Yeah. You go here and here, and then maybe I'll go straight down here, and then come up and okay. Trying to think of other games that I played on the PS1. I played I know I played Twisted Metal a little bit. I played Vigilante 8. Oh yeah, I played all the Oddworld, like Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exodus. I played those. And I played Pitfall, the 3D version of that. Definitely played a little bit of Tomb Raider, but my mom was the one who played the Tomb Raider games. I think they were a little bit too difficult for me. Hell, those classic Tomb Raider games, like on the PC and the PS1 and shit, like those are hard for me to this day. Mainly because of just the horrible fucking tank controls. I can't stand tank controls. But yeah, those were difficult. Still are. But I played a little bit of those. A game that I've actually done on this channel, just as a walkthrough. I think it was my first walkthrough, which was Donald Duck Going Quackers. It was just like it's like pretty much a Crash Bandicoot version but with Donald Duck. And yeah, I liked that. Still love it. What else? What else did I play on the PlayStation 1? I played a little bit of the original Resident Evil, the director's cut version, the double discs. Man, I mean, there's a lot. I played Rugrats Search for Reptar, which is also a questionable game. I am drawing a blank. I know there were so many other games that I played. Flintstones. It was this weird Flintstones bowling game where you're riding on like a rock and you hit pins. I think it's just called Flintstones Bedrock Bowling or something. But, you know, that was a fun game for me as a kid. I played both of these Spider-Man games, Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro or something. What else? There's just so many games, man. I played both of the Croc games, which is a little 3D platformer that you play as a little crocodile. And those are rough. They are rough games. With also that have tank controls, but those are rough, let me tell you. Have not aged well. They weren't even aged well when they came out, but I still like them. And I played. What else did I play? I played The Grinch. Played Monsters Inc. Scream Team, I think. Monsters Inc. Scream Team. Where's my horse? Oh well, I'll just get a new horse. Actually, I don't need one. Ah, there's one.
Over here, Ezio.
Not yet, buddy. Not yet. I got some stuff I gotta do, bud. Man, I can't think of any more games that I played. I know there are lots of other ones. But then PS1 or the PS2 came out. And that was probably the system that I spent the most time on. And because that was probably, I mean, yeah, the N64 I feel like was probably the most influential, and it's always been like my favorite system for, you know, just for the games that I played. But the PlayStation 2 is definitely, I spent the most time, and I always had the biggest library of games for. How do I want to go about this? I guess I'll go over here. But, and there's so many games that I could go through, and it would just take so much time. I remember most of those. Some of which were it's pretty much the Prince of Persia trilogy. Are 2 messengers? Is that what we're looking at here? Well, I can only get one. I'm not gonna be able to get. Oh my gosh. Can I get both of them? Oh, that's not a messenger. That's a pickpocket. Whoops. I need some throwing knives. I am low on the throwing knives. Let me see, and then I guess, no, I guess I'll go here first. I'm hoping, I think that's the one that I tried, or that we took a look at, and I decided not to grab it because I couldn't make my way back up the wall without going all the way around. Well, shit. What have I done? Now you stay right there, horsey. I mean, I guess I don't really need to show off me grabbing these treasures because, you know, you can just buy the maps and, you know, it's not like you're needing to know, you know, it's not like it's difficult to find these treasures and stuff, but I kind of just don't want to leave anything out of my walkthrough or my let's play. My let's play. This is a let's play technically. And plus, you know, if I were to skip grabbing all the treasures, you might be watching this video and see that I have a certain amount of florins, and then directly after the next video, I'll have like 10,000 more florins. You might be like, where the hell did he get all that money? Yeah, treasure. All these treasures. And I'm afraid in like the later games, like they're, especially with the new Assassin's Creed games, man, there's a lot of grinding. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep that necessarily entertaining because there's so much grinding to do. But that's okay. So we'll go here and go here, doom, ba boom, ba doom, ba doom, ba doom, and then the next video maybe I'll start the memory. Maybe I don't know. I'll have to look up which one comes first, which memory does, because I kind of want to do them in order, the way the game specifically. Well, I guess I could do them all. Because they all popped up at the same time, but I don't know. We will see. Let's see, but I had a PS1, and then I managed to get a hold of an Xbox. My grandfather, which believe it or not, is a gamer. Man is like 70-something years old right now and is a drummer in a blues band, smokes pot, listens to rock and roll, and is a gamer. So, yeah, and he gave me an Xbox. And I played that quite a bit. And out of that generation, as far as like actual consoles, not including handhelds, believe it or not, I mean, I was always a Nintendo kid, but really the only like I never got a GameCube. I never got one until like within the last couple of years. So when I do like GameCube videos, that'll be like a completely new experience for me. Now I wanted one whenever the PS1 or not, one of the PS2, whenever that generation came out, when that was released, I asked for a Nintendo GameCube. That is what I asked for Christmas, for example. And, you know, because I played the Nintendo 64, and I was like, okay, well, I want to continue playing Mario, you know. But my parents looked at the reviews of the GameCube and saw that, you know, the GameCube, obviously, I feel like was the least, I wouldn't say the worst reviewed necessarily, but it was definitely not the popular one. It was the least popular out of the three systems. And that's what they went by. They were like, well, we want to give him something that is, you know, it's the popular one that's been reviewed well, so they gave me the PS1 or the PS2. So I never got to play the GameCube or any of the GameCube games until I was well into adulthood. So that will definitely be an interesting experience. And I haven't fully dived into it yet. But I want to. You know, Super Mario Sunshine and Luigi's Mansion and Super Monkey Ball and, you know, all the Zelda games. But I've got a long way to go before I get caught up on all the Zelda games. Because I do plan on getting caught up on all those. At least the 3D ones. Like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and so on and so forth. I'm gonna try to play the originals, the first two, and I have like played around with them, but I haven't like completely went into it and played the game as a whole. Okay, what are we looking at? I believe we're almost done with this video. Really, I don't think I have that much left. No, I don't. I just have these two. Yeah, I just have these two treasure chests, and then we're done with the viewpoints and all the treasure in Tuscany, which is great. It's so good to get that out of the way. It pretty much takes the longest. And I get all the money. Get all the monies. Okay. So I guess you're on the complete opposite side. Interesting. Fine then. Now I don't know what memory we're going to be starting in the next video. It might not be the one, it might not be this one. It might not be the one that's closest. I don't know yet. I'll just have to see, you know, what order I'm supposed to go in. Because I want it to be organized and, you know, all that. But, alright guys. Let me take a gander real quick. Make sure we got everything taken care of. Go to my DNA. Florence, yeah, obviously those 7. Villa, Tuscany, got all the viewpoints in Tuscany. 27 for... Oh, wait, no, I was looking at the feathers. I meant to look at the treasures. Oops. There we go. Florence, Villa, yeah, 46 out of 46. Okay. Alright, well, I suck at outros, so this is ShyGuyDan, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.